Okay. There we are. Hello. Like
Yay!
a bit of troubleshooting. Um, I didn't know about the inviting people, to the live. So I guess whoever comes. They'll see it on my wall, whatever the case. So we had to do a little bit of troubleshooting here. I didn't know. It's been a long time since I have done a dual live that I wasn't aware that Facebook switched everything and that I had to do this. So I thank you for the information. It took a little bit to try to troubleshoot and figure it out, but we got it.
We got this.
we do. We do. So as I had said, guys, on this live, when I did my description, I meet all kinds of people, and I had the pleasure of meeting Kim, and she is just an amazing person. This woman, when she had told me her story, I was like, "Oh my goodness, we got to do a live together." She is a remarkable young lady, or young lady, but she has done. She has faced some challenges in her life, which we're going to talk about, and she had, within these challenges that she had dealt with, she winded up turning that into something absolutely positive. She had a different perspective, and she wanted to help people, and she's extremely talented. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to hand the mic over to Kim and talk about the challenges that she did face and how it's changed her, because I can't tell the story no better than what Kim can. She's just an amazing person, and we're going to, so Kim, go ahead. I mean, what brought you, what kind of challenges did you dealt with, and what brought you to do what you do now?
Well, thank you. Thank you for all the sweet words. Um, how I came to KW and how it all came about. I was divorced. I ended up divorcing my husband after having a mental breakdown and having around 1,000 strokes, and on the back of my frontal lobe, causing a lot of problems with like your personality, nervous system, emotions, all these things that are so crucial as we grow up. We learn different emotions from different circumstances. And it was like all of these emotions from every circumstance that I have ever been in, bad, good, or indifferent, hit me all at once. And they didn't know that I was having strokes because they were on the inside of my brain and they were not showing any type of resolution on the top of my brain. So they just, oh, you're just crazy, just go home, get some rest, you're going to be okay tomorrow,
Right,
all this stuff that when they don't understand something or they don't know what it is, it must not be there, right?
right, right,
This is the world of the doctors. If they can't see it, then it's not real,
right,
which
right,
we know that
exactly.
is not true. But uh, it is just that there was nothing that I mean, I still have symptoms that I describe to them, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't know what that is." So I've just learned that there are things out there that can help you more than a pill could ever do. I've
Exactly.
had more results from natural products and natural things than I have from anything that a doctor has ever given me. I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to like side effects to
Mm-hmm,
medication.
mm-hmm.
So I almost get almost every side effect there is when I take a medication, and it's horrible.
I'm sensitive too, so I do understand that absolutely. So and what's amazing is that when you went through the challenges that you went through, you didn't give up. You were just like, you know there's more to my life, and there's more that I want to do. And what I find remarkable is how you turn that totally around, from going through the challenges that you went through, and then turning that totally around to doing what you're doing and helping others by your skill. I mean, you make your stuff. I mean, you make it yourself, using
Yes.
essential oils and everything else. And I had to wind up getting, samples and buy you some of your products, which right here, you know, and this happy butter, that you gave me a sample of. Oh man, I've been putting that on my skin. It feels so soft, and I feel so good with it, and it just amazes me. But what I bought was a pain stick, and which was one of your products that you make. And my wife deals with a lot of inflammation. Yep, there you go, there it is. And she deals with a lot of inflammation, and my wife is taking like a buttload of ibuprofen, and we all know that when
Oh
you take a
man.
lot of ibuprofen, it eats away at your stomach lining.
And your liver.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It affects your liver and everything, within that. And so she has taken this a lot. So when her wrist was swollen and she was having issues with her one shoulder, which she has a separated AC joint, um, she winded up, I was like, what can you do for me, Kim? And she was like, well, I got this product, it's a pain stick and it helps, and I was like, okay. So I bought it and I just got it yesterday. So my wife winded up with her swollen wrist, and her wrist was hurting her, and so I put that stuff on there, and she said it went away like that.
Wow, that's
It
awesome.
was just amazing. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is like a miracle stick," know. Um,
I
and
agree.
and it was like, because I asked her, I was like, "How's your shoulder? How's your wrist?" And she was like, "Yeah, it doesn't hurt right now." And I was just like,
Wow.
and it was swollen, and
Right.
she was like whimpering because her shoulder was hurting her that bad. So, um, so it's like, your products are amazing, and you hand make them. You put, and it has like ingredients, like for instance, this happy butter, and she puts the ingredient, or she writes down what the ingredients is, in her labels, so that way you know exactly what it is that you're getting. And like happy butter is like shea butter, cocoa butter, um, cucumber butter, almond oil, hemp oil, mango butter, castor oil, and avocado butter, orange, sweet orange, lemon essential oils. So and this stuff is just amazing to my skin, and it puts me in a very good mood, and I was just like, I mean, I'm in a good mood anyway, but it was just like, I'm dancing in my seat, like doing the happy dance. And what's amazing is that she also makes her own chapstick. Okay. And she had turned and told me, she's like, yeah, she says, she was telling me what they put in chapstick,
Oh
that you
gosh, it's
buy at
horrible.
the store, which I'm going to let her tell you guys, because you'll be like, really? I've been putting this on my lips the whole time. Um, so I winded up, she winded up, she sends the chapstick on every order. And so I gave, one to each of my kids and one to my wife, one to myself. And it makes your lips feel amazing, and I got it in my pocket right now. I've been carrying it around. But it's amazing. And so she has an extreme talent in wanting to help other people. And it's just amazing in what she does, and she knows exactly what to put in it. Also, she personalizes her orders. Like when you get an order, you're going to get a card from her right here, you know and she writes down, hand writes, thanking you for ordering from her and everything else. Plus, she sends you her brochure of all her products, how much it is, what it has in it. It's probably upside down, but it's just amazing. So tell me, what kind of stuff that people, I mean, I know that everybody doesn't like read the labels of what they're putting in their body, or their, and stuff like that. And when you were giving me, facts such as like the lotion, they put alcohol in it, so you have to use it more. I was just like, no way.
Well, that's what lotion is. So body butter is a portion of what lotion is,
Hmm.
and the reason that they did this is, for one, there are people out there who obviously don't know how to make a body butter good enough to be able to make sure that it sinks into the skin, so you're not greasy. I
Right.
mean, I can understand that. I really can. And my son, who is very particular about his hands and grease or anything on them, been that way since he was little. He tried my body butter the other day, and he's like, "Mom, look it! I don't have any grease. This is amazing." He goes, "Mom, how did you do this?" I said, "It's practice." But so it's all about getting the right oils together
Hmm.
so that they are combined in getting into the skin and helping the skin. I
Hmm.
don't want to just make your skin not not dry and flaky. I
Right.
want it to be the smoothest skin you've ever had on your body.
Oh yeah,
And you can't stop touching it.
it's
It's
like a
like, oh my
baby.
gosh. I mean, it's like, oh my Lord, this is so amazing. How did you
Hmm.
bless me so well? And so what they do is they will take a halfway good body butter. They'll either add shea or coconut oil. That's a good one that a lot of people add. It still stays greasy on the skin though. But this is how they do it. They add some alcohol or citric acid, or if they want to be more homeopathic, they would do witch hazel.
Hmm.
But witch hazel doesn't really combine as well.
Right.
And so then they add water to it. Now, I don't
Mm.
know about you, but I have like 75% water in my system. I
Yeah.
don't need to put water on my skin. If I want to put
Right.
water in my skin, I'll run it under the tap or take a shower. I mean, come on. You don't need water in our lotion. That's insane.
Exactly. Exactly. We're made of, 70% of water, so why would we want to do that, You're
We
exactly
don't.
correct.
I just think that people just don't know what they're doing to their skin.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's even the good companies too, because they're just following what other people have done. They're
Hmm.
following in suit. They're not trying to stick out. They're just
Hmm.
trying to follow in and say, hey, mine is better than yours.
Right.
No, your guys's are all suck because you got water and alcohol in them and you're not doing your skin any good. That's why you have to keep buying it. You
Right.
have to. With mine, people buy it because they want to.
Exactly. Exactly. And not only that, they care about their skin. They don't want, like, the top of my palm of my hand is just so soft. It's like I keep petting myself, you know? Um, and it's just amazing, especially living in winter, areas such as Michigan where I live.
Or
It's like,
Washington State on
yeah,
the opposite side of the mountains, not on the
right.
Seattle side.
Right, exactly. Your hands get chapped, and especially with the winter and everything else. And that's like my wife, it's almost like she wears like gloves on her, but it's her skin because it
Ugh.
becomes really dry and chapped and everything. And that was one of the things I did too. I was like, try this stuff, try it, you know. And she's been putting it on her hands and everything else, So I may not see, alligator gloves this year. So,
That is always a plus because who wants to be touched by alligator skin?
exactly,
Not
exactly.
me.
The lack of alligator skin, but also too, um, and tell the people about the chapstick, about what they put in there too, because I found that very
Oh,
interesting.
right. So my mom was reading the back of the label, and I guess there was like a chemical name for fiberglass.
Mm,
That's disgusting. That
mm,
has to be one of the most heartbreaking things that people in business trying to get more business instead of creating something that people like,
mm-hmm.
they create something that they need. Oh, oh, I got this chapstick. Oh gosh, I got to keep putting it on. Like, wow. I mean, I'm just wondering if this is really working. I've had guys who don't normally like chapstick. They like my chapstick. It stays, and there's like those commercials that they see the chapstick or the not the chapstick, but the lipstick, and they're like, and it stays on after you drink coffee,
It
after you
does.
eat.
It
That's my
does.
chapstick.
And
That's my
it
chapstick.
looks like lip gloss. It's like really shiny on your lips and everything, which I find is absolutely amazing. And I mean, when she was telling me her products, and I was like, I gotta try it, because I love natural products. If I don't have to use any of the stuff that's store bought or pharmaceutically made, I'm going to utilize it.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
and the thing is that she was telling me, one of her other products, which is what I thought was interesting, was Angry Be Gone.
Oh, yes.
So all those people who are angry or, get frustrated easy, you got to hear what this woman makes. She is just amazing. She is just absolutely amazing. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, Angry Be Gone was created because I was babysitting three little kids. One had headaches, the other one had sadness, and the other one had angry.
Hmm.
And he says, I don't like to be angry. I'm like, well, if I make you something, would you use it when you got angry? And he said yes. And this boy's about 10 years old,
Mhm.
so he's not one of those ones that can be just fooled or whatever. He was a very smart kid,
Mhm.
been pushed through foster homes and stuff. So
Oh goodness.
he has some issues. And
Right.
don't we all? I mean, life hits us,
Exactly.
and it hits us hard. Either hits us when we're a kid or it hits us
Oh
when
yeah.
we're an adult.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't matter the age. And I think that the younger you are, the more love you need.
Exactly.
And so I gave him an angry be gone, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, this feels so good. Like I feel good. I don't feel angry." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he goes, "Yes." I'm like, "See, natural works.
Exactly.
You want to give somebody a kid a pill at 10 years old.
Right.
He has
Right.
ADHD,
Exactly.
has all of these anger issues,
Mhm.
and they just ignore it
Is that what you
basically."
have in your hand right now? Is the angry be gone?
No, I have my happy roller.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that what she holding on in her hand? But yeah, I mean, just the things and it's like you have knowledge when it comes to, essential oils and what they do. So it's like when you mix your products, you mix it so perfectly that it basically specializes for those specific things,
Oh,
and,
definitely.
and she has
And
like,
the things around it too. So
yeah.
if you're angry, I want to create a roller that is positive and also calming.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
So yeah, I mean, any type of issues that you have, you talk to Kim and she'll make something, personally for that's going to benefit you. And she has things like, anxiety be gone, nausea be gone, headaches be gone for those that deal with like migraines and everything else, which I know a lot of people who do. Those that can't sleep at night, and even when they do put their phone away, they still can't sleep. I'm one of those people. Hello. Um, you know,
Benavir is great for that.
so she has awake be gone, migraine be gone, anger be gone, sadness be gone, and she also has rollers for like ADHD and ADD, because you're right, because a lot of these doctors, when they have a child and everything else, they wind up just throwing pills at them, and it's zombifying them.
Yep.
So there is natural remedies, for that. It's just that the pharmaceutical company don't want to hear that. So,
No.
and she also has different body butters, creamy scrubs. And my daughter, okay, she gave me a sample of a bath bomb, okay? And it was made from Epsom salt and everything. And my daughter, she loves bath bombs, but she has sensitive skin. Like, we have to be careful with what we buy because it'll break her out into a rash. So she was really excited that she got this bath bomb. And so she had a bath last night and she had it in the water and everything. No rashes. She was, yeah, exactly. Very good. Absolutely. And let me tell you, she was already exhausted because she had a girls' night out with my sister-in-law and everything. But when she got done with her bath, the girl was zonked out. Like, she was out. Like,
That is Jasmine all over the place. Jasmine, Jasmine. That thing is
so
amazing.
with my wife working third shift, she usually sleeps in my bed. And let me tell you, she was so zonked out. It was like this, I'm getting a hand to my face, maybe a leg over here,
She was out. She's a
I'm like over here going, oh, um, so yeah, I mean, it was just amazing, especially with my daughter having, sensitive skin like she does. And, so she has bath bombs like, for toddlers, especially for toddlers,
and
regular,
babies.
yep, and babies, and regular bath bombs for, adults, and she has pretty hearts and ovals and all kinds of stuff. And so she has amazing products, even for those that don't want to use the deodorant in the store that you don't know what's in it. She makes her own deodorant. Okay.
And from what I've been hearing from everybody, because my friends are really really cool, so they like to
Hmm.
like test the boundaries of my products.
Hmm.
And so far you can use the deodorant for 48 hours and you don't have to even put anything on after.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just 48 hours of of
That's
of
great.
no stinkage. I
That's
mean,
great.
give this to your teenagers.
Is have the deodorant sticks like everywhere, please, because I do that with my
Well,
son.
they're in a jar or a container. It's not a stick,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
container.
But yeah,
But
I mean, I have a 20-year-old son, and so sometimes, it's like I have to sit there and try to find something that's strong enough for him because
stick
sometimes
be
he'll start,
gone. That's it.
yeah, it stops
Patchouli
working
is
after a while, and
amazing.
he goes to give me a hug, and I'm like, you know so so yeah, natural is always best, guys. And deodorants, we don't know what's in what we're putting under our arms, and a lot of them are perfumey and everything else, so I can only imagine what they have in what you buy in the store. So
Well, I can definitely tell you that a lot of the reasons why people are getting breast cancer, or they're getting cancers that are living in the arms. There's all different kinds of things that go in from these deodorants. Uh, I will also tell you, wire bras. Get
mm,
rid of all of them.
yeah, I don't even deal with those. They make me feel like I'm in a like strapped in and everything else. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I wind up having wardrobe issues anytime I wear a wire.
Yeah, it causes breast cancer because it pinches your skin.
Hmm.
I had a lump removed. Thank God it was benign, but yeah, formed from the
Oh,
just
wow.
pinching of the skin.
Wow.
Yeah, so crazy.
Wow. I did not know that. I'm gonna wind up burning all my wife's wire bras.
There you go.
but but yeah, and that's why, the thing is that this woman just amazes me because of the simple fact of her knowledge in essential oils and how to mix these products that are benefiting other people. People, especially nowadays, are getting into being health conscious. They're starting to read the labels. They're completely thrown back by what is being added. Like there was a Walmart water, for example, and it was fruit, right?
Yep.
So I sit there and I read the back, and it had aspartame,
Mm-hmm.
and then it
That's
had
a
this,
sugar.
yep, and then it had this long, like, scientific word that I had to look up on Google, and come to find out they're amino acids, or like, building blocks that they put in, especially in diet, sodas and everything.
Mm.
And people who have a certain disorder where they're lacking amino acids, the building blocks, and the body can't produce it. But if they were to drink that water, it would throw them into seizures and everything else.
Oh,
I
that's
can't,
horrible.
yeah, so I can't remember the disorder. It starts with
Wow.
a T, but yeah, those things are bad. I mean, look at the Diet Cokes and all that stuff that they put aspartame as well
Well,
as
and they
amino
also put
acids.
salt in water.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, because I was trying to get off a pop, so I was
Mm-hmm.
sitting there looking at the water, and I'm like, I was blown away. I was like, really? I was like, well, I guess I'm not drinking that. I'm going to green tea.
Coconut coconut water is
I
really
love
good
coconut
too.
water.
Oh, it's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Absolutely love it.
Me and my wife was talking about going into, like, drinking green tea and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
Um, but yeah, it's just amazing the things that you get at the store. And then when you
They're
start
not
to
for
look at
us.
it's just like you cannot. It's like, are these people trying to kill me? You
They
know,
are. It's population control. I mean, really. I mean, it's just a way of them being able to kill us off. I really truly believe that, and give us diseases and all of these nasty things. There's just, if this is on a shelf, it probably isn't very good for you. Just
well,
saying.
if it's cheap,
If it
it's
has a
probably not
shelf
very good for
life,
you either, because the
yeah,
waters were like 98 cents, less than $1.
yeah.
So I mean, people kind of look at the deals and they don't look at the back of what you're
Nobody
being
reads. You don't
consumed.
know how many times I will hand somebody a chapstick, and I'll go, I made this myself. And they're
Mm.
like, well, what's in it?
They
Well,
ask you what's in it, but they don't want to look at the labels.
and I was like, well, the label's right there. And they're
Right.
like,
It is.
oh, like people don't know that there's labels. Do you know that if you buy it in a store and it has to have the ingredients on it,
Right.
has to. It's a mandatory thing. So if you don't know that something has a ingredients label, what are you doing?
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, I mean, why aren't you reading
Exactly.
these labels? I mean, you have to be responsible for yourself and
Mm.
the things that you put on yourself. And then if you have kids, this is something that you have to take into great responsibility.
Absolutely.
Reading the back of these labels, knowing what you're putting in your kids' body. Do you know that you could be creating ADHD?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you may not the actual like chemistry of it, but you'll be creating these monsters who
Hmm.
can't control themselves because they're on so many different nasty ingredients. That you're like, why are you acting like this? You're angry, you're mean, then you're nice, and then you're happy, and then you're crying. It's like, what the
Right.
heck is going on with you?
Right.
It's all these ingredients are causing hormones. They're causing all. I mean, have you seen like 9-year-olds having their period and like
No. Yeah. Yeah. I heard
boobs?
about that. Right.
That's horrible. That's what
I
our
heard-
cows are doing to us. You
Yeah.
know, uh,
Yeah. I mean, it just amazes me because, yeah, I mean, girls are going into puberty a lot sooner. A lot more people
I
are
was
getting,
14.
yeah, I was a late bloomer. I was about 15 ish. But, I mean, but the thing is that, there is definitely an epidemic of people, of kids, maturing faster, as well as there's a lot more people who are having their gallbladders removed. If that doesn't tell you, I mean, it's like when you talk to somebody and be like, yeah, I had my gallbladder removed at this date. And they're like, yeah, I had mine done a couple of years ago. And
Uh,
you're just like, and it's like just about every other person you talk to. And
they'd understand that when they're taking their gallbladder out, they're taking the process of the fat being able to be removed off their bodies. I mean,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
your gallbladder does so much for you.
exactly. Well, mine had to be taken out because I had a gallstone trapped in the neck of it.
Oh,
There was no, yeah,
yikes.
you want to talk about pain? Oh my goodness. I thought having children was painful. Um,
Ooh.
so mine had to go out. It was, and then my wife's had to have her taken out because hers wasn't functioning properly. It was only at like 12%.
Oh,
And
wow.
she,
And that's probably our food.
yeah, yeah. And that's what I'm getting to is that, you know, um, with these issues and everything, it does definitely make you think and be like, okay, something's not right. People are not, um, are not eating the right foods or the stuff that's being put in our food and everything else. And that's why a lot more people are starting to have that light bulb go off and be like, okay, we need to start being health conscious. We
Yeah.
need to start going into organic. We need to start looking at natural things and natural remedies. And it just amazes me with what you have dealt with in your own personal life, and you just completely turned your life around to helping other people now, and you're extremely talented in making these products so that way people have an alternative. They don't
Yes.
have to buy the nasty stuff from the store and not knowing what they're putting in their body, and you're extremely educated on what they put in their body as well as what you put in your products.
Right.
And it just amazes me, astounds me, and you're just such an enlightened person.
Well, see, I used to have eczema all over my face.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's all clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so later today, I will put in my story. I used to literally have dry, cracked skin that went like this, and it went all in this area.
Oh, wow.
It was just everywhere, and it was crazy. And I went to the doctor. Every time I go out in the sun, it would get bright, it would get red. All these medicines, they were horrible. They were steroids. They were killing my skin.
Oh, goodness.
They, oh, it was so horrible. I was just like, you're telling me a doctor can't even fix my skin. I went to a dermatologist. I went to everything, and I used my products. I made products for my skin, and I healed myself. because
Wow.
doctors just couldn't do
And
it.
that's where it starts, is when you're
Yeah.
trying to heal yourself, and then you're like, whoa, I'm onto something. And then
Yeah.
you start further looking into different things, and look at you now. You're making deodorants, you're making stuff
I
that
know this
helps
is
people.
weird,
That's
but
crazy.
okay, so I used to have dry, cracked
Ladies
feet
and
like
gentlemen,
all the
Heather.
time. Dry, cracked feet. I used to have the ugliest feet ever. Okay, ugliest feet ever. Now I have really amazing, soft feet. I have skin that is touchable. I mean, even though I had just the eczema on my face, I still had it on my skin
Right, right.
and everything. I mean, I used to get shave bumps.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't
Yeah, I
get those
remember
anymore. I make
those.
a shave oil and
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, I remember
I
having
mean,
those. And
yeah,
they
and I don't
burn
get those
too.
anymore.
They burn. It's like your legs are
Oh,
on
it's horrible.
fire.
Yeah. And it's all because they make crappy razors,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's all about society and the things they do
Right, exactly.
just to get us to buy more. I will tell you right now, this is my promise to you. I will make products that you don't have to keep buying. I will make products that you want to keep buying. My pain stick I have had for a year
That's
in
what,
my purse, using it every day. And it's a year. How many people
wow.
out there can say that they bought something at the store and it lasted them a year?
Right, exactly. She's making them the way
Chapsticks
that
that
it
you
should be
usually
made.
use, you usually lose before you use them all. I
Right.
mean, it's just, where did I have that? I know. I mean, one of my friends, she has one in her car by her computer. She has one by her bed. I have a lady that wears it before she goes to bed because she wears like lip sense or whatever.
Mhm.
And so she doesn't wear it during the day, but she likes to wake up with really nice soft lips. And so, I mean, it's just so many people share like their,
And you get the chapsticks on every order. So,
yes, every product that you order.
mhm.
So you order a um this is for little girls. Unicorn butter.
Oh, really? I didn't see that
Okay.
in your little brochure there. Wow.
Oh, that's because that's only like I have over 200 different blends that I make.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
You get this with this, you get that with that, and chapsticks always change, but they're always going to have the same.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, they're always going to be the happy chaps because if you don't got happy lips, then why do you want to talk or kiss
Right, exactly, exactly.
and
And
smile? Because I
mhm,
really believe this is the theory behind all of me giving chapsticks because this is where it started was with chapsticks. Was so that you could smile. And if you don't have happy lips, how are you going to be able to smile when your pain stick is doing what it's supposed to be doing? You'll be like, oh,
right.
oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good, but I can't smile because it hurts. I'm just a goofball.
Oh, you're hilarious. I love it. I love it. And also too, you were talking about some products that you were looking in that you were planning on creating. Can you elaborate a little bit on?
Yes. So I am going to be going and with a friend of mine, and I'm hoping that she's going to do it. Her name is Brittany, and she knows a lot about meditation and the chakras and stuff like that. And so, with these individual chakras, what I'm going to be doing is creating the oils that go with that chakra and all the little, because with every chakra you have like I think it's like three or four oils and three or
Mhm.
four stones,
Yeah.
and so I want to put them together so that when you meditate you rub it on the chakra that you're working on
Hmm.
and then it clears it.
That is amazing. And a
It
lot of
is
people are going to
amazing.
need that because some people have blocks and everything else. And they, because the energy, how it flows is like is like a infinity symbol, and then it extends out. It evaporates out. Exactly. And so when you have blocks, your energy's not flowing the way that it should. And then you wind up having like certain issues that you may not realize it.
Concentrating, can't sleep,
Concentrating, mood swings, um,
pain.
pain, and you name it. So when you have these blocks within your seven chakras, you're experiencing these symptoms and you're like, what's going on with me? Well, the old saying goes, if you want to extend in your life, you have to not only take care of the body, but you also have to take care of the mind, and you have to take care of the soul, the
So
spiritual aspect. When you have all those aligned, then your life just absolutely change overnight. So when I did my awakening in 2015, I did a lot of inner work. I did a lot of meditation, and I did a lot of, clearing out those blocks and everything else. So the thing is that what Kim is going to be, is going to be, getting together and making, is going to help benefit so many people in clearing those blocks so their energy can flow, you know, and their life will absolutely change from it. So I'm excited when she gets those
me too.
chakra rollers and everything else, because I'll be a customer. I'm absolutely buying one. So, but the thing is that, as I said, it doesn't matter what challenges you go in your life. Okay. For one, challenges is what spurs us to do the most
Yes.
marvelous things in our life. She had dealt with health issues, she dealt with personal issues, and she turned that completely around to what she does now, which is helping people. And it started from helping her own conditions with eczema and all kinds of other things that she was dealing with. And she has extended out. And her products are amazing because why? I tested it. My wife has tested it, and they're just amazing. They do exactly what they're intended to do. And that's what I think is amazing, because when you buy stuff from the store, you're not going to get that instantaneous, like, I know it's working, I feel it's working. You're
Yeah.
going to get that, well, maybe it's going to work. Oh, I got to take more because I don't think it's working enough. Maybe I didn't put enough.
Yeah.
Hers work instantaneous, and it's just amazing.
And
Absolutely.
also, in any time that you need to reapply it,
Hmm.
you can't
Makes it even
overdose
better. No,
on this stuff. And just don't put it on anybody under the age of 7.
for the pain stick.
And
Yep.
if you want to, all you do is just melt it down a little bit. It gets warm water, and you can add coconut oil to it, and then you can give it to somebody who's 7. But that's it, because these
Yeah.
oils are very strong. I
Yes.
mean, there's like, I think it's like 6 sedatives in here.
Right. Right.
Because sedatives are, if you have a lot of pain, it's not going to make you tired.
Right.
I have had people who use it for sleep because they have pain. And so when their pain goes away, they're able to relax and go to sleep.
Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
use it for migraines. Um, it can, so there is 25 oils in the pain stick. And there's also kokum butter and coconut butter. Why the kokum butter? One, it helps dry chapped skin. That's like its number one. It also helps with inflammation.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
does
because it does
kokum
help.
butter.
And
Yeah,
and it helped with my wife, with her inflamed wrist and shoulder and everything, and it really did, because like I said, I hated when my wife had to, take ibuprofen, and it would upset her stomach and her stomach
yeah, that's
lining because of
horrible.
the fact, because she has TMJ too. So it's like she has to keep taking it. And so it's like her stomach lining is just gone. Her liver's
Oh
probably,
man,
and when she had seen the doctor, she does have a fatty liver. So that affects you when you have to take ibuprofen because of the fact that you have pain and you have no choice but to take it. And this
right?
stuff has helped her like immediately. I mean, if it wasn't for I just putting lotion on my skin, I'd be able to snap my fingers, snap your fingers for me, uh, like that, But but the thing is that it helped her, and it was instant. And that just amazed me in itself. So if there's any information that you want and you want to get a hold of Kim, I will re-edit this live, because I'm kind of new with this StreamYard thing. So I will go ahead and edit this video and put her information so you guys can get a hold of her. And trust me, her products are awesome. I can say that firsthand, because why? I have used them, and I was just amazed myself. And her story is just, she's an awesome person to get to know, guys. her, her personal story and what she's done and everything. She's just a beautiful soul
And
inside
all my
and out.
customers are my friends. So,
Exactly.
that's just who I am. I'm very personable.
Oh
And
yeah.
I also replace products. Like if you can't wear like coconut oil or whatever, I have people who special order all the time. So
Yep.
that's what I love about my business is that you can
Make it
special order
personal.
anything. You can make it personal. Yeah. If you want something that helps with like three different things, I help a girl right now who has seven different mental disorders. I don't, not mental. Yeah, mental. I don't like to say disabilities or dysfunctions or uh, complications.
Complications, yes.
That's a good word.
Good.
And I help with all of it. I made a combination pack for her, and she absolutely loves it. So that's what
Good.
I want. I want to help you. I want something
Absolutely.
that is going to work. I want you to be excited to use
She
it.
wants you
I
to
you
be healed,
know
guys. She wants you to be healed. you
yes.
know and so, like I said, I when I made my order, I sit there and I called her up. I said, okay, Kim, this is what I got or what I need, and what can you do? And she was like, okay, I got the perfect thing for you. And she put together, what I ordered, the nice little package.
Well,
And
and people who like to take baths also, this is pain begone in either a
oh
rub,
goodness,
like this is a rub. But you can take this because it's just made with coconut oil, coconut butter, and um,
that's
cocoa butter.
amazing.
You open it. It smells
Oh,
for
it
some
smells
reason it's so
awesome.
crazy. These are made with the same two ingredients, but you open this one, you smell cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much with this one. It's so weird. It's the same. I mean, literally, I take the Pain Be Gone and I put it in there.
Wow, that's
So
amazing. It
weird.
smells, but your products does smell really good. Sometimes when you put Bengay on,
Ugh, that's
like
nasty.
I did that one time when I was working in the nursing home, and I would be like achy from head to toe, and I would put that Bengay on, and it would just like my wife is like next to me, like gagging, like, oh
Yeah,
my
it makes your eyes all
god,
watered.
and
It's
you're
because it
like,
has
you got
camphor
sinus
in it.
issues, it's gone because you got your nose running, your eyes running,
Yeah.
everything. So that's what I
It's
love
because it
about
has
the product.
camphor in it. And that's the essential oil that they're using. It's what's in most of those pain creams.
Yeah.
And it's just really stinky. I
Oh
will tell
yeah.
you, I can make almost any oil if it's like say vetiver. I've grown to kind of like it because it's very good for the brain,
Hmm.
but it stinks. It
Mm.
stinks so bad, and you wouldn't even be able to tell that I use it in almost all my products
Oh wow, that's
because it helps.
that's amazing.
I like to make sure you can smell like depending on what it is. Like if it's autism,
Hmm.
I want them to smell a lot more of the peppermint.
Mm.
If it is ADHD, I want them to be smelling the orange and the not really the vetiver because the vetiver is going to get in there through the roller and
Hmm.
it's going to get through the skin, so necessarily you don't need to smell that one, but like the peppermint and all
Hmm.
these relaxing things, because if you're like high strung and like me, I hardly ever sit down. As you can see, I move around all the time. uh, so it just kind of centers your brain and it just gets you to be where you need to be. And then all those other oils, the chamomile and the lavender and just all of these amazing oils, they smell so good. People have told me all the time, your blend smells so good. And
It does.
I like to
It
tell
does.
people, if you're going to start getting essential oils, don't go by what everybody says, because not everybody all brands use different oils to cut their stuff with, because if you buy peppermint straight from the factory, you will get a chemical burn super quick. So
Oh,
they can't send it out like that. It's
yeah.
probably 50% diluted when it's
Right.
sent out into
Well,
bottles.
you would have to. Yeah.
And every peppermint almost smells different. So that's why I tell people, keep buying something in the same in different companies until you get the one that you like.
Right.
Like I
Right.
like Bulgarian oils. Bulgarian oils are amazing. They smell absolutely so good. They're lavender, they're eucalyptus, all of those kind of
Oh,
things
nice.
smell really, really good. It's called Arts Natural, and
Mm.
they sell them in 4 ounces. And like most of their 4 ounces, I think the highest one was like $39,
Oh, wow.
and it is good oil. It's
Hmm.
good oil because I test it, so I
Wow.
know it's good. And they're amazing and they smell so good.
Look
I
how
mean, most people.
knowledgeable she is. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, she is definitely somebody who does her homework and does her research, and and she does her
Well,
trial.
I'm writing a book.
You are?
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh
writing
my
a book
goodness.
on how to understand essential oils made
That's
simple.
amazing. That's
Made
amazing.
simple.
That is amazing.
Because we just all, I mean, it's going to be on the first 10 oils. There are uh, 10 oils that usually get put into a set,
Hmm.
and they'll say, "Oh, your starter kit is right here." Well, and then they don't give you a book, or they'll just tell you a few things about it or whatever.
Right.
Most people will buy a book. You see how thick that is. You think people want to spend that much time thinking
Not if
about
they can't,
oils?
not if they don't want to read labels.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. That's the point. So for what I'm doing is literally I am, if I could figure out where I started it, because I start things weird in weird places. So
Wow.
it only one essential oil. So 1 page. And I
Wow.
give you the breakdown of it. So lavender. I tell you that I love this oil. Um, and it talks about what it looks like, how many different varieties there is, what lavender is good for,
Wow.
and if it is safe for your animals. Because for me, I
Yeah.
have fur babies. There's
Yeah.
people who have cats. You
Yeah.
need to be very careful with cats because some
Exactly. You
cats
do.
are very sensitive,
Yeah.
and this stuff could kill them.
Yeah.
And I
I
don't
can't
want
even
to kill your
have
pets.
houseplants. Yeah.
I
I
don't
have
want to kill them.
houseplants. Right. I have houseplants I can't even buy because
Yeah,
my cats will eat it. I know they will. They'll sit there and gain up on that plant and I won't have a plant. So, yeah, you have to be very careful in regards to your animals, your fur babies, because they can't have some of this stuff and everything. So,
right.
the fact that you make safe products and thinking of not just the person, the customer, but you're also thinking of if they have animals and stuff, so that makes a big, huge difference. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's like this book is for the beginners. I make it simple so that you can grow more comfortable with essential oils.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then it just states that um, essential oils have changed my life. I have had depression, PTSD, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and now I live with less anxiety, less depression,
That's
less
amazing.
pain is manageable with my essential oils.
That's great that you put your own experience and why, you like these certain oils and what
Well,
they.
it's going to be a series. I just want to make it simple and sweet.
Right.
And just start like the little book that's like
Yeah.
maybe 20 pages.
To keep the interest of the person to read it. Absolutely.
Yes, because it's so simple and such an easy read that they can literally like know what they need to know about peppermint, know what they need to know about
That is
this,
amazing.
and
Wow.
so I haven't seen anything out there
I
like this
cannot
yet.
wait. I cannot wait until you publish it.
I can't either. I'm excited.
I'm excited because I'm definitely going to buy that book. Absolutely. Because I
You
want
know
to.
what I have been thinking about, and I don't know if anybody is watching the show, or if you do watch the show. If you know how to develop apps, can you contact me? I want to do an app for my products instead of a website.
Okay. Okay. Me, I don't. I know a couple of coders, so
Okay.
so I can maybe talk to see, if they would have the time because they do have their own,
Oh,
job and
definitely,
everything.
definitely, yeah.
But Yeah, we'll definitely get together and talk about some things that we could definitely do. I'm more of I do video production and stuff like that, editing. I do some graphic design, you know, to try to make people's pages look pretty,
Oh, nice.
and stuff like that. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I can help, you know, design your cover for your book. You know, so
Yeah,
but
that would
yeah,
be
we'll
cool.
definitely get together and kind of like, you know, talk, you know, talk shop and try to get some
Definitely.
ideas together. So
Yeah.
absolutely. So all right, guys. So like I said, you know, we don't want to take too much of your lunch break if you guys are watching. So if you need any type of products that you want made specifically for your ailments or things that you want to switch up your deodorant to more natural, I will put Kimberly's information into this live after we're done, and you guys could get a hold of her. And I'm telling you, this woman is phenomenal. Her products are absolutely wonderful, and even I was amazed. So you know, so like I said, she's an awesome person. If you need any person that is a very awake and very you know, a you know, awesome friend, and you need somebody to talk to about, you know, different things, she's, you know, she's your gal. You know, she's an awesome person and she's very knowledgeable. So I thank you guys for coming on and everything. I'm sorry that we can't see your comments. I am a newbie on StreamYard, so
I'll show you how to pull up the comments when we.
absolutely, absolutely. I need to be schooled because this is my first time using it. So, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye. We love y'all.
Bye. Love you.